Good evening, everybody. Today we are taking a look at Wavestation. Yeah, and we're going to program some stuff. Yeah, because it's epic and very easy to get some cool stuff going on. Right, okay, I'm going to get on my stream as per usual. Sue's here because I can't see. This is one I did earlier. I'll be with you guys in just a sec. Right, let's see who's here today. Oh, hey, Wall's here. Hi, Wall. Hi, Wall. Oh, hey. Hi, Wall. I'm glad you're here because Joe told me that you sent an email. Thank you, mate. I can't wait. It's epic. So who's here? Hozza's here, Stephen's here, Wall's here. Today we're going to learn about programming. Yes, programming the Korg Wavestation, the iWAVESTATION, because the new Wavestate has come out. This is very similar to that, actually. I think it actually contains some of the same stuff as well. But yeah, man. Oh yeah, it's horrible here today as well. Right, okay, so first of all, this is one I did earlier, and then here's another one I did. I've done 3 today, look. Thanks, John. So you can do an awful lot of I did this one as well. So yeah, okay, so let's go to an initial. Oh, and this one I did 3, 4. Okay, so let's do this. Let's go here, here to our thing. And we have 3 user banks that we can use. Each bank contains, looks like it's 49 programs. So let's choose initial program here. And this is your initial, program to start with here. And you can, this is like just, if we go to Mixer, you'll see that it's just using actually 1 part. We can add another part here. We can add up to 8 parts actually. And this 1 part is using 2 wavetables. Hang on a second, let's make my microphone a bit quieter. The first part is actually using 2 wavetables like this, you see. So if we go back to our Wavestation, you'll see it's using EP body 1 and EP time. You'll see the waves, the wave shape there. If you want to edit them, you can change them. If you want to change the actual wave, you basically just drag up and down. And in that particular category, you'll go through all those waves. Pretty dry sound at the moment. Pretty basic stuff. If you want to edit anything, you can just click on the little green wave like this and it'll go change or edit. So we could change that to say something completely different, like now some of these have been loaded in with more than 1 wave in them, which is nice. So let's choose one. And let's close that and let's choose this one here. And we can just change that one and all for now. Let's choose a different card. Good. No, unfortunately, Sashi, this is not AUV3. It is into App Audio. Oh, and there is a gadget version. Right, okay, so not to get too confused at the moment, we have still only have one part, which is the WS piano. We can change the entire part out if we want to. So we could go like with this one, also WS, WE, I don't know. We could go to a different thing, go like this. And then go back. And then we've still got this, but we've got changed out the entire. So might be wanting to know how we add waves in now on each of these. So it's pretty easy actually. We go to edit like this time, edit instead of change, edit, and this is basically, this big block represents that one wave there. So we want to add, let's add three more. What's that? 1, 2, 3. So we've got what we got 4 now. We can drag these out as well. So like this as a soft EP, and we can go, let's hold this and drag. Let's take that off there. It's a bit fiddly sometimes. There we go. You can drag it out like that. Because we can, I don't know if you're noticing here, you can change the duration, you can change the level of each individual wave. You can also change how they play. It is a bit hardcore, this, isn't it? But we're only working with actually one wave now. So if we go back to our wave sequencer here, you will see that we have added 3 more waves to that, which I just did there in the edit mode there like this. By adding those 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and then you have a settings thing, but we don't listen seriously. I am not even going to get into too deep on this. So see the time. Well, let's change these waves now. Okay, so that's super simple. When it says soft EP, soft EP, soft EP, all we need to do is start dragging these up now for different. And you'll see they'll start to change in sound. We have individual level control. They're all at full volume at the moment. Then we have the way they will loop. We'll get into that when we get into a longer one, otherwise you're going to get confused. Then we can change the pitch of each individual wave. Then you have the parameter. This is basically your ADSR for each individual section sort of thing, because there's 2 sections in this one thing. We'll do a different thing in a second. I'll show you. Don't worry, guys. It gets way more interesting. This is if you really want to go deep, and you really don't want to go deep. You don't need to, but you can if you like. If we go to effect now, you'll see that we have no effects. So let's choose an effect here. Let's choose, oh, that's my what's it thing, isn't it? So let's have effect number 1 as a reverb. And let me just see if I can, no effect. Okay, so large reverb. Now we've added a reverb. And then we can do the same. We can add another effect. We could add, say, like, I mean, there's lots and lots and lots of them. Lots and lots. We could add distortion if we wanted to. So let's do this. Let's just initialize that program again. And let's get into the real exciting and fun stuff, right? So we're back to our basic patch, okay? So because we don't want to, you'd be all here all day. Here's a great thing. This is great. So we've looked at the levels, the loops, the pitch. Excuse me. This doesn't seem to work on here, but there is another way to do it. So I'll show you that as well. By like I said, adding. But let's do this. Let's go to File. Okay. Oh, let's just hit random for the start off. Let's go back to our wave sequencer here. Let's hit random. And straight away, this is going to just randomize everything. So now you'll get something really cool straight off. And it will also have added some effects for with gated reverb, this one. So if you then did like that, you could then just save it. You can write it as an ordinary patch. We'll write a few patches in a minute. Writing patches on it is a piece of cake as well. But you see, the thing is that I don't guess many people probably don't even bother programming iWAVESTATIon. I've never bothered. It's full of so many brilliant sounds. Anyway, you know what I mean? So let's do this again. Let's randomize that again. I got a random again. Now you'll see this one down here. This one down here, there's not a lot going on. So let's go to our mixer here. Wait, what number was it? Number 3. Okay, so part 3, which is in the bass category, it's also, I think, all seems to be in the bass category. Let's hit this little exclamation mark here. And then we've soloed that part that we can mess with. Is the wave tempo? Oh yeah, it's all syncable. Yeah, it's totally syncable with it. It's all syncable with the BPM. It's all syncable with this BPM in settings here. The BPM. So we've got like it's defaults to an internal BPM of 100. Like this. So we could change our tempo. Oh, pardon me. So I'm not sure how we change it actually, but you can change the tempo. Well, it's synced to the tempo that this is running at, yeah. So I'm just pressing one note. You can see. We can see what's happening if we go back to our wave sequencer. So if we watch the bass now. And you'll notice that some of them are staying on for longer. Well, that's the way this is set up, you see. So you can do all sorts of cool stuff. So you've got ones longer. So we could make this one longer. You drag it out there like that if we grab hold of it. Oh, come on. Yeah, like this. So now this, and then we could make this one slightly louder. Push, that's too loud. Hang on. And that's the spider, yeah, spider. Now, okay, so that's pretty boring, as it is. So if we look at it, you'll see that we can change out the sounds like this. We can do this with all of them as well. If I go back to my mix now, we can unsolo this. Well, let's change it out completely to something like this. So basically, after this, it's a matter of, like I said, do you know, it's easy to explain this. If I wanted to extend and have more waves than on this pluck, like this, all I would need to do is go into edit and then basically add another, let's add 16 more. 1 and 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So I've added another 16 sounds to this actual one that only had one. If we go back to our wave sequencer now, you will see. But you'll see that because it's all initialized, it's all on soft EP. So then all you need to do is kind of just... Okay, if we look at the looping section now, this is very cool. If we just tap on the first one, like this, all it's going to do is play that first. That's it, it's all it's playing is this one. And it's just looping it over and over. But we can change this. We can have it loop from, say, these 4 in the center, and then these 4 here, and then that one's only going to loop because it's only one. And don't forget to strike the like, folks. So we can then, wherever you tap from, basically, you can drag backwards and you can drag forwards like that. So you can fill them back all to loop again. Like that. So it's nice. So if we did like that, writing is easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Look, we just hit write, choose where we want to write it to. Initial program, and we can call it, I don't know, whatever that sounded like, trippy. All right, oh, with a capital T, come me OCD. Trippy. And then just hit OK. And it's done. We can go back now to, I've called it. Excuse me, tripped it. We can go back to our, like, Doug 1 now, this one. I'm not way ahead of you. Nowhere near am I way ahead of you, Spider, when it comes to programming, mate. This is easy to program. It's a piece of cake. There's nothing complicated about this. It's the same as a synth. Actually, it makes it even easier. Watch this. So I've got back to my patch here, which tripped. So let's do this. Let's go to file this time. And let's create new performance. Okay, we can open this. What do we want to do? Create an EP. Well, I'll just create that kind of blank patch, initialized patch. Let's create a full, we can create a random wave sequence, a random drum sequence, or a full random sequence. So let's do random drum sequence. So this has now created a brand new drum sequence for us. Go back to, see, it's cool because we can just by messing with the pitch, you can change so much stuff. Especially with the drums, because there's different drum waves on each thing. And if we look at the parameters, you can, here's the thing. Let's go to edit. Here's the thing, Spider. Here is, here's the tone. So you can adjust the tone of each individual wave sort of thing. And then there's the output basically. So it's like, and then there's your modulation thing. So it's kind of cool. It's kind of like, well, yeah, nice. And then we could just change that out as well. Yeah, I mean, this is a bit extreme. I wouldn't like, you've got to really, once you've got the randomization kind of thing, is try and get some waves that are actually, and like I said, you can go into the mixer and actually solo. You can go and see what's going on. So I like that. I like that already. So I'm going to save that to here as, and call it, oh shit, I've just erased it. I should have hit right. No, darn it. Never mind, don't matter. It's not important. So okay, let's try another one. So import, you can import stuff as well. You know what I mean? But create new performance. Let's create a random wave sequence this time and not a drum sequence. So this will kind of ignore percussion sounds and concentrate more on. It's like a twisted version of Magic Roundabout, isn't it? It's Magic Roundabout AI. So let's change some of these. Look. Each one of these represents a wave. So I mean, with the loop thing, hit loop here. And let's just select this one block of waves, just this one. Hi, Daniel. And then we could, if we want to, let's just select this one wave here. Now, if I save that now, right, okay, and that is an initial program there, and call this, I think I'll call this one Gloob. Yes, Gloob. I'm calling it Gloob. If I go to another one of my patches now, like this, one of my other initialized ones here, so the one we've just run, chipped it. Okay, so go back to Gloob. So all we're playing there, literally all we're playing, going back into what I did, is these three. And then if we go into our wave, we've changed the sound again, but we can select from any block or bunch. hold on to a bunch of them somewhere, and the first one will be your trigger point. You can actually do some cool stuff with trigger points. So now we're actually cycling through a total of about 12 waves. And then go into edit, ding, like this. These are just, all this is the time distance that each one will play on that, in that big long sequence. Yeah, the vector joystick in, too true, mate. I haven't played with the vector joystick yet. Right. Excellent. All right, so let's see. I guess that's morph, isn't it? You can set your vectoring joysticky thing up there. I haven't done that yet, though. But it's very nice. Let me just check the settings a sec. Not there, not there, not... Oh, it might be my mixer, hang on. Yeah. This is it. You can delay any of the actual... Let me just go back to the wave sequencer. Any of these wave lanes, if you like. If we go back to our mixer, you can set up the MIDI. So here's where you do the key zone, the velocity. If you didn't want, if you can transpose it from here as well. So if you wanted voice A to be only played on like the bottom note, but if you go to our mixer, we can delay how each one of these come in. So if I tell you what, the easiest way to show you this would be to go to loop, set them all up as a full load, if you like. I don't think we've got any more in this one, just the 4. You can have up to 8 of these as well, by the way. So we'll go to this now. Where it says delay, you can delay in milliseconds how long it takes for each one to actually come in after you've pressed the key. So let's set this one. You've got max of well, almost a second. What is it? 10 seconds? I don't know. Anyway, let's set this to... there. Let's set this to there, and let's set this one to there. You have different bus routings as well, and you can control the level of each one from here. So what'll happen now? Just the first lane will play, then the second lane will come in. This will keep playing. You can see this down here. And that will happen each time you press a key. So that's okay. Let's change some of these sounds out so they do some noise. Set this one. Cool. I'm not sure why this isn't firing first, because the way I've got it set is it should. So it's beyond me. It's beyond me skill level. It's beyond me pay grade. That one, beyond me pay grade. I'm going to change the sound now. I'm going to do it again. I'm going to randomize everything. We go back to my mixers. Check that's all gone back to normal. Go back to wave. I don't know what this is going to sound like. I like that. Okay, so that's kind of randomizing stuff from scratch. Terrible ear spider. So this patch is called Frippatronics, and again, I never ever bothered doing this until like yesterday, and I thought, oh, wow, I think I've messed with it before while it's messing with it while it's playing is fun, but which I can show you as well. But if tapping on this goes into, and this is a really basic one. I must show you a couple of things as well. You can full screen the actual keyboard on there, but you can go to the Chaos Pad, the vector thing, and play it with this. Or I'm not sure what programming. So at this point, we can close that. We can then go and decide what we want to do with these. You know, look, I mean, I'll bet there's a distortion here somewhere. Overdrive. Right. But we could change that to a... quite a lot, actually. But let's add something else. I'm pretty sure there's only two in there. Or let's see, one should each have. Oh no. So let's go with this, edit that, and let's add some more sequences to that last. Oh, what have I done it? Stand up a minute. So I've added some of these. So awesome. Compared with the original, it's pretty easy to get a different, completely different sound. Yeah. So this sound, moving choir, or let's pick a... A sound that kind of does a lot, you know. Let's see. Yeah, Fire Dance. This is one of those epic ones. When you start to play around with the actual what I do. Just think it's epic. I'm going to randomize it again. Create new performance. Yeah, full random sequence. Like that. Bang, biff. Oh, that's cool. It's just one note, look. I think let's change some of these samples. Do I have a list of IP? Well, IPs for this? I don't have a list of IPs. They're all on here. I'm not sure. Yeah, shouldn't there be a shop or something somewhere? Settings. We can probably see more settings. Any more? No, that's just your. It's just your what's it settings, isn't it? There used to be a shop somewhere for it. Info. That's Korg apps. I'm not sure. Maybe it's because I've already got them all. There's only one AA. Yeah, I think there is only one Yeah, there's one IAP in there, and it's not. I don't think it's mega expensive, and it contains all these extra bits and pieces. You know what though? At the end of the day, I don't think I'd even bother. You know, jumping in and programming it. I think it's 28 quid, isn't it? $28, 28 quid, 29 quid. It's quite expensive. However, what it does, it's just brilliant. But you've got to love the sound. I mean, it's of its day. You know, so is the Wavestation, the new one. The Wavestation, it's old. Well, not the technology of the Wavestation's new, but what the sounds are old. It's a cool sound. I would get the IAP. In fact, I did. I got this back in the day before anyone was sending me any apps. So this was all purchased. But I've got to be honest with you, the random. It's different than the M1. It's different. It's not. There's no same sounds in this as in the M1. Must have a look at the M1 really as well, oughtn't we? Not today, but you know, all the time. Playing a little Arturia key step, and it's hard to play kind of what's the sequence from the key step. swear to God, you could spend literally hours and hours just demoing presets and you'd never get bored. Hit the random. But like I said before, important thing to remember. Go to the thing, you'll see it's gone crazy, right? Let's just do this. But select loop. Loop's your friend here. Select loop and select a few single waves. You can come up with something. Do you know, I have no idea at all on how to change the tempo in the actual in the app. Not a clue. Does anyone know how to change the tempo in here? 100 BPM. Oh, here we go. Flipping idiot. Okay. It's not that easy, is it? It's a bit oh, I know what it is. It's a bit fiddly. Right, so let's see. Sometimes the Bluetooth mouse it's good for pointing at stuff. For making some sort of kind of adjustments. Let's go to what about one? That'll do. That's how you change the blinking tempo. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think so. You've either got like it on or it off. you kind of this kind of thing, you know. You can leave gaps like this, but you can't have. Well, actually, you know what? Let's randomize this. You can leave a blank because all you do is go to where it says level, and if you like, well, that's a good one. If you don't want it to sound, all you need to do is turn the volume down for the actual wave that you don't want it to sound like this sort of thing. So this will pretty much change how that originally sounded. If we turn all of them down at the beginning, it won't. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, you can. But what's also nice is changing the pitch. So you could get it like this 7ths and 5ths and stuff. So if you keep it kind of, you can literally. Is he whinging, Joe? So you get the pitch to kind of scale up on this particular one here. Yeah. And then loop those few. And actually we'll go to the mixer and we'll just edit that. See? So if we look at the wave now, you see it's tracking along like this. I think maybe more logical if I did this and set, actually let's do this. Let's set all of these to soft EP. Okay, like that. And then you'll hear it much more logically, the pitch. So you can literally set, if you've got the patience of a saint, you can set sequences up within each wave. If you select the sound, what's the sound of the hi Andrea, thanks for leaving. Oh, bless you, man, thanks for joining us as well. Brilliant. So you can, we could do this, so we could go back to our wave and start to then go back to loop and then let's know, 400 BPM, ludicrous. Okay, all right. I guess basically there will be no music night this week on Thursday, but I will be. I hope to be streaming live at 8 o'clock on Thursday, normal time, because we're basically running out of things to play at the moment. So I'm just gonna. But I have got to do some stuff on Thursday. Hopefully. So I will be here Thursday at 8 o'clock, but it'll be like a, it'll just be a live stream. Oh, it's just brilliant, isn't it? Seriously. Ooh, Vector guitar. Awesome stuff. A lot of stuff we used in Denks and Clade was from Wavestation. Anyway. Yeah, it does. The KLC card does have some cracking stuff on it, actually. Oh, Russ, yeah, he just sent it to the to the sound test room at gmail.com. My business email, you know. Awesome stuff. Korg Legacy Collection. It stands for, Andrew, Korg Legacy Collection. As long as, I don't mind playing it, Russ, as long as it's not copyrighted anywhere, do you know what I mean? Awesome. And we've got a BD, a bass drum and snare drum catalogue, which I read as BDSM catalogue. Did you? I did. What's that BDSM catalogue? Oh, it's a catalogue with BDSM. I'll have a look at that. Hi, Tom. Um, Tarantino, what domination? Okay, oh, thanks Bungle Bongle for joining us. Endless Cinema, where's that? Oh, there. The mod wheel. I'll mess with the mod wheel now. Oh, guys, I'm going. I've gone on long enough. Let's randomize. See, I'm guessing with these patches, there'll be some of that hitch adjusting going on. Nice. Guys, thank you very much for joining me this evening. So take a look at the iWAVESTAtion. We shall do IM1 very soon as well. Yeah, I don't know when, but we will get around to doing it. Guys, thanks very much for joining us. Thanks, Ian, for popping in. Nice to see you here, mate. Thanks, Stephen, Colin, Bungle Bungle, Go, and everybody else, Hozza, Wall, everyone else who joined us earlier in the stream. Cheers. It's great to see you here as always as well, and bless you all for staying and watching some cool stuff. Yeah. iOS track on. We're doing Spider Ice Miners. You can do it all here tonight. Yes, yes. Everyone likes Korg. Labbly jabbly. Guys, I'll give you a couple of seconds to say cha-cha to each other. You're welcome, Carlo Magno, Gonzalo. And Russ, thanks, Russ. Andrew, yes, well, I think I've become, if anyone I've forgotten, I'm terribly sorry. But the stream moves. John as well, thanks, John. Top job, cool beans, brilliant. If you haven't already struck that like, strike it now. Do you know what I mean? Like, strike the like. Oh, Daniel was here as well. Thank you, Daniel. Radio. And again, while I must say thanks, mate, for what you're sending. Top job, cool beans. Can't wait. There's going to be some videos for that, I can tell you. Yeah. All right, folks. I'll see you later. I'll leave it running just for about a minute, and then I shall get on my way. Like get my Andrew as well. Get on my way. Guys, before did I shock you? Before I go, Joe's just been working on a new alcoholic ink. No, alcoholic ink.
No, alcohol.
Alcohol ink drawing. Look at this. And you probably can't see on this all the metallics and stuff that are in it. How lagged is it? It is. But there's all metallic gold and stuff, but you see how it's not like flat because this
Lift
paper.
it up to that thinger.
What's that gonna do? I can't really. It's still wet, isn't it?
No, it's not wet. It's dry.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, so it is. Oh. Well, you see, I don't know if you can see, but it's not flat. Because this paper's like made of, it's kind of a plastic.
I've melted paper.
And well, if you put a heat gun on it, it starts to misshape. It's very cool, so it'll stay like that. Great.
Yeah.
Thank you, darling. Very nice. And that, guys, is that. I shall definitely be seeing you all later. Ta-ra.